of anxiety, a lot of stress, a lot of things to go on, because we are all going through so many issues and so many things in life, which actually makes it very difficult for us to survive and things to go on. So that way, what happens here is when you talk about things to go, this particular thing where we how do should be even positive in this tough time and turbulent, and just not being positive, how do we be productive? That's what I'm going to discuss and do. And so I wish we all next 1.5 hours we'll be able to really have good time learning, and at the end of the session, the outcome should be where we should be able to think positive, be positive, and be there to go. And so, do participate into this session. I think that will really change your perspective of looking forward to life, and perspective of looking forward to the turbulent times in everybody's life. It's just not COVID; it could be something else also. But how do you do it and how it goes? And so, before I begin, let me thank all the COVID warriors, and I wish all of you do also think on the thanking them to go in, because they are the real heroes. Because thank you for all that you are doing to go in, because everyone, the doctors, the healthcare workers, the sanitation workers, the police, the housekeeping staffs, the army, the defense, the teachers, anybody who is doing an effort to work onto this to go, and they're all the COVID warriors. Thank you, one and all. A big thank you, and we'll begin thanking you, because we're able to do this today. Thanks to them, we are able to survive in these tough times to go. Disclaimer: I know usually you see them when you talk about looking at a movie or in tele serials or things to go, and you would not have seen in a class to go in. But I believe that whenever I'm taking a session, I usually give a lot of examples. It could be, you know, me, I'm not mean to hurt anybody, but they are a part of academic purpose. So it does not mean to hurt anyone, any sentiment, any feeling, religion, caste, community, region, whatever it might be. In case I am doing it, you know. Unintentionally, I apologize to all of you if anybody is hurt. I really do not mean to do it either intentional or unintentional. It's merely coincidental to go in. And apart from that, I would like to thank all the original owners of copyrighted materials, but I'll be using some of the photographs, some of the cartoons, some of the things to go on. So some wherever it is possible, I've cited them. If I've not cited them, no, they are not mine. So I do not claim them. So I have used them for purely academic purpose. Thanks you one and all to go in. So very good morning. Let this test begin. That's what happens. I know all of you who are there would have thought, oh God, one more, one more webinar, one more discussion, one more class. The entire stress begins like this. The moment you get up, the moment you do, and the stress begins. I know. I'm sorry for adding your stress to go in by adding one more session to go. But I believe that end of the session, you will say, thank God we attended the seminar, not the webinar to go in. So remember, let the stress begin. That's what is the all webinar all about. Thank God this webinar, because that should happen, because end of the day when you talk about it, the stress, how do you handle it, how do you do, and how do you be positive to go, would work on to it to go. And so I wish you all a wonderful morning. Let the stress begin, and don't worry about it to go on. We'll see how do I handle this and how do I be positive in doing this to go on. So please remember, what actually thinks is, let's make things positive. Let's think positive and very productive about COVID-19 for a change. There's a lot about negative about them to go, and even the vaccine should have been a positive news, but we have seen so many things which have been really difficult and things to go. So we are trying to talk about this to move, and you always have a lot of issues with this to go. So when you are having all sorts of negativity around, let us thank God and let's think positive and productive about COVID-19 for a change, because it really makes a sense. Because when there is an adversity, you should always think about an opportunity rather than being a thing to go. Another day was at DRDO was talking about certain things to go in. So we are discussing the same kind of perspective. How do you be positive in this tough times, and how do you be productive when things have become very difficult, include entire our life has been affected and impacted. So thinking positive actually makes a sense. Being positive is a good, not COVID positive. Please remember that. So the COVID-19, the coronavirus. I know. Whenever I see those photographs of Corona, I think all of you would have also seen them to go, and you would have loved the way they look. They're so beautiful to look at. When you talk about how many of you actually have thought them to look beautiful. You can actually either raise your hands, or you can send a chat and say that yes, I have liked it. I like the Corona kind of thing to go in. So it looks so beautiful actually. When you talk about it look to go in, so when you talk about it to go, we understand that looking beautiful is not important, not to go in. We actually think that they should be just not looking beautiful, they should actually be beautiful. So looks are deceptive, please remember them to go in. So being past, be positive, not COVID positive, that's the slogan we should have. And so take all the precautions, all the modes and all the things to go. And please do not think that COVID has become normal. The government has started unlock down process and everything, but it's gonna affect. You know, I've seen yesterday, today's news that our own one of our Telangana minister is affected with the COVID to go in. And anybody who's interacted with him has shared that tweet and said that please do go for the test to go. So that happens actually when you go. And so being a thing to go, it has not left us. Please remember, neither for all this government norms and protocols, and which they say that a night nine to this, and I mean, no, COVID doesn't know about it. So when you remember, do and be careful about your things. So wear your face mask wherever, we use your sanitizers, be careful about hygiene, and surely maintain the social distance, which is minimum kind of thing to go. That way you can protect yourself, your society, your family, and your entire country and the humankind to go in across the world. So when you talk about it to go in this COVID times, be proactive, not counterproductive. I still remember other day we had a school board meeting of our university, so our school. So when you were trying to talk about it, we were actually, when we were chatting down what have we done in this COVID times, though we are having online classes and everything to go. So initial stages we had a couple of lockdowns where nothing was done much. So to go in later on, we started talking about how do we come into this situation. We started talking about having online sessions, online meeting. Everything is online as of now to go in. So if you have charted out to go, I think in this last 4 months or 5 months of time, I would have done almost 100 plus webinars to go in. Originally, first 2 months, I thought I should not do anything because I don't wanted to, never wanted to add the stress to go. And I thought the COVID would come down to control. The whole focus should be on, living and surviving this tough time. But later on, we can't do it for long. Nothing can wait. So we have to start to go in. So when you look into that, the productivity has really improved to go. And I think I have been more productive than normal times to go, because now we have a lot of online kind of thing. So anybody across the world, I have done a lot of global seminars, global webinars also. So we are trying to talk about having the kind of productivity. So let us make that COVID times which we have got, make them positive and also productive rather than counterproductive to go in. So, there's a beautiful statement Stephen Hawking says, intelligence is the ability to adapt to the change. So, when you talk about this kind of thing to go, when you are trying to look into the kind of thing which actually goes in and works. So, when you are trying to talk about the kind of, basic idea which works in and which changes to go. So, you have to adapt to a change. That's where it happens, and that's where your things will move and go across. So, when you're trying to talk about having the kind of thing which actually goes in, so you are trying to be adapting to the change rather than doing it. So because even when you are adapting to the change, it actually creates a lot of impact which actually goes and moves in. And you are trying to talk about having the kind of a basic thing which actually works and doesn't, and you are going to have an important kind of thing which actually works and moves in. So when you are trying to talk about this to go, you always have a ability to adapt. So but be mindful, be grateful, be positive, you know then be true and be kind. That's something which I would like to tell you. Or be mindful of what is happening around, or how are people doing, and how can I do the best to survive or help anybody to survive. Or basically trying to talk about how do I make the situation better and things to go. Be grateful to the god that and your fellow people, including your COVID warriors. That's what was started with, because you're being grateful is something which would actually make you a real good human being in these tough times and turbulent times to go. So become a good human being and things to work in. So be grateful, be positive, be true, and be kind. Please think about your fellow people, whoever it might be, who has there to go in. And remember, that's a beautiful statement. I really love this. Be the reason for someone's smiles. So when you talk about to go and you be the reason where for somebody's smiles, which actually goes in, because be the reason someone feels loved and believes in goodness of people. So be good. That's what do, and I always believe in doing this. Let us try to be part of someone's happiness and create happiness for someone. Be do that particular thing you believe in, being a good and being something to go in which actually works, and talks about it to move. So when you are trying to talk about this to go on, believing in goodness of people is important and things to move. And so instead of worrying about what you cannot control, now this COVID is like this. When you talk about it, you cannot control the COVID to go, and instead of worrying about what you cannot control, shift your energy to what you can create. That is the beautiful statement. So in these tough times, don't worry about what's gonna do it, because you cannot control COVID. The only thing is you can see how do I do it? How do I change? How do I see that in this adversity I'm going to be positive, and how I'm going to really work on to move. And so when you are looking into that to go, we are trying to talk about how do you shift that particular energy and things to go, so that you can create the kind of thing which actually works in and moves. So please remember that this is very very positive. This is very very beautiful thing to go. So when you are trying to talk about the kind of element which actually works and would be this to go. Now stay positive, stay strong. That's very important. Stay strong. So being strong, so start up your just not being physically strong, because today we talk about having a lot of immunity boosters, right from the chavan prashes to right from the kadhas, the immunity milks. Amul also has launched, bambino launched, and haldi milk and immunity milk to go. And so similarly, a lot of products have come into the market, immunity sweets and so on and so forth. They make you uh, stronger to go, and then the supplements which goes. And so it's just not staying physically strong, but also you need to start to talk about staying strong, very very tough to go, and so stay strong emotionally, also stay strong psychologically, because that is also very very important to go. And so when you talk about it to go and being strong, when you are trying to talk about is yeah, strong and things to go. So be strong. That's pretty important. And do and be positive. That's what we are talking about. So when you are talking about and never give up, that's very important. So because once you are giving up certain things, it doesn't work. And so never give up and do. And you are working for a betterment to go and move across. Now remember, other way around. If stop feeling guilty if you are not productive during COVID-19. There are a lot of people who have come to me and said, "Sir, we are not able to do this. We are having an issue with these kind of things to go, and so we are not able to concentrate. We are not able to have things to go. And our internet is a problem. This is a problem. That is a problem. You have a lot of issues to go, and some of their parents have lost a job. Some of their siblings have a problem, so on and so forth. So there are a lot of financial difficulties, a lot of things to go in. So at times, even if you want to be productive, you may not be able to do it because of this pandemic to go in. So please, the first thing starts is don't feel guilty about it, because a lot of people who are unable to do something to go. And so the moment you decide that you stop feeling guilty, you start thinking positive, you start thinking better. So first thing is don't feel guilty about it to go in. So please remember, this is a pandemic, not a productivity contest. Though my topic says how to be productive and positive, I am very sure about it. I'll tell you about it, because don't get into the rat race of productivity, because sometimes in life things can wait and do. And so here your focus should be, how do I survive this particular thing, how do I come out of this. And possibly if you are lucky enough, you can add up certain skills to go, and how you can do a better job to move and so on. So you got an opportunity, because now you got an opportunity to stay with family, stay with your people at home, develop those family bonding and create that to go. And you got an extra time, because you're not traveling around, so you got an extra time to that can be devoted to learning, that can be devoted to learning new skills, so on. So though it is not a productivity contest, for your own thing, you can do something which actually goes. And so please remember, as long as you are being positive, you are being productive. That's the golden mantra. Now that's the statement which actually goes. And so when you are trying to talk about, as long as you're positive, as long you're thing to go, and you are basically creating or having the golden mantra to go on, and that actually works in and go across. So remember, being positive itself is the golden mantra to go. And you are only unproductive by the standards of the world who lived in few months ago. It's not 2 months. It's that's going to be world is going gone now. So remember, few months ago, if you are have this particular thing, we have actually understood and thought that this would be something which actually works in and goes across. So when you are looking into it to do in and move, so you are having the kind of thing to go. So please remember, we are only unproductive with the standards of the world which we lived in few months ago. And when I talk about it, and this world is gone, so remember, nothing is there and which actually goes in and works around. Remember, be alive, That's the biggest thing which you can do in this time to go. And so, because once you are alive, and I think you should be able to do anything else you want to do in your life, given the time you have. The whole focus should lie on how to be alive. That's most important. So, alive, soulfully, and being happy. That's more important. Don't be like a deadlock, kind of thing. You are alive, but still you are not able to have that energy. They don't have to have this to go on. So that's where we are trying to talk about being positive, being non-stressed, being things to go in, and so on and so forth. So you have basically, a lot of things which actually work in and goes across. So when you are trying to talk about this to go in, so when you are trying to talk about this to go, so we are looking into the kind of thing which actually goes to work in. Uh, so you need to uh, talk about being slowly Chiranjeevi. I'll try to speak a bit slowly, but when you talk about to go, when you are trying to understand that certain things to go, you have to take it to go. And so when you talk about thing to go, being alive and being happy is the most important thing. I hope you'll follow it. I've reduced my pace and things to go, because I wish to take you across things to go and work across. So that actually goes. And so there is no award for being productive during a pandemic. Don't remember, there's nobody's going to give you an award. And even if you give an award, it doesn't make a sense to go. So it will be okay. It will be very okay when you are surviving, when you are living. I hope that should make a big sense to go. So when you talk about there's no award for being productive, so remember, being there, being alive, being healthy, being thing is itself a big thing. It will be okay. Come on, it doesn't matter. I always believe that do your thing and live. And I have a strong preference for being alive. That's the key of thing to go. And so when you are thinking of this to go, when you are looking into doing and go across, so being alive itself is the strongest preference, because when you are not alive, what will you do? And to go. And so in the name of productivity, in name of these things, or in name of getting issues to go, if you are doing your thing and you are risking your lives, and that doesn't make a sense to go. And so please remember, having a strong preference for being alive is the most important thing. Be alive. Once you are alive, you can do a lot of wonders in life. Life itself is a wonder, and you can create wonders with this life to go. And so remember, positivity is the key. And you have to open the locks of your lives, locks of your achievement, locks of your thing. Use the positivity, and more you are positive, the more things would do in and go across. So remember, end of COVID-19, you need to be survivor. That's the important thing to go. So when you talk about it to go, and I always tell people that if you are coming out of this pandemic alive, that's done. You don't have to do anything else. Survival is what you are looking at, and survival is what you are trying to talk about it to go in. So please remember, when you are trying to talk about being a survivor, being a thing to go on, you actually have to do the best to move on. So only issue here is, how do you survive? So that's what it goes. And so COVID, surviving is most important. Don't staying positive. So as we have been talking about since beginning, so staying positive in this third time, look at everything as a positive thing. Look at an opportunity that the world has become more cleaner, the world has become more greener, the world has become lot wise, because today we are looking. And even the way we are looking at life has changed, the philosophy has changed. Today we no longer looking at amassing wealth. We are looking at something to survive and things to go. And plus we are also looking at our spending habits have changed. We are now only focusing on what is essentials, what are things you can. Our savings have increased, and you have become more health conscious, more hygiene conscious. So there are a lot of things which have added into this pandemic times, and things to go. And so when you are trying to talk about this to move, and when you are trying to talk about this actually happening, so when you're trying to look into the kind of thing which actually goes, we are trying to talk about you know having the kind of thing. So stay positive, be happy, and live free. That's what we need to do. Have no stress, have no things to go. And that will always do. And so live free, but follow those restrictions which COVID comes and goes. And government may relax rules and regulations, government may relax so many things to go. And even institutions would do it, so on and so forth. But for them it's all numbers, for you it's a whole world. So please remember, even if a lot of things are given, you follow certain norms, and keep yourself positive, keep yourself happy, and keep yourself alive. That's the only thing we should focus and do. And so So when you are trying to talk about it, go and so looking that so when you are trying to talk about it to go on, so when you are looking into that kind of thing which actually goes and so that works and moves in. So your value is not based on your productivity. Please remember. No, that's what I always talk about it to go. And so when you are looking into the kind of thing which actually goes in and moves across, so when you are trying to talk about it to go and we are basically looking at something which is the kind of thing. Our value is not based on your productivity. It is based on what are you doing, how are you doing, and things to go. So give a tough fight with COVID. That's what to go and hit that COVID well and things to go. So when you are trying to talk about that to go and so hitting the COVID and make coming out of it to go see and let's win the war against the covid and which actually works and moves in and goes across. So when you are trying to talk about that to move and things to go and let's look into the survivor toolkit. So that's what we are focusing on doing. How do I come out of this situation, how do I do it, because that's what it requires. It's about not about learning subject, it's not about things. So everything will stay put if you are not alive, if you're not healthy, if you're not mentally strong and emotionally strong to go in, because until you go and you have to survive this situation. Once you come out of this situation, everything would come in. You talk about exams, you talk about learning, you talk about everything to go in. So when you are looking into the kind of thing which actually goes and let us look into the survival toolkit, a toolkit which will help you to actually survive into this to go on. So please remember, you know tough times never last, but tough people do. So that's what you do. And so when you talk about this to go and when you are understanding things to go, be tough and you will be lasting, because how dark the night might be, how things would be tough to go and even in your lives to go and things to go, there's no night which has not been defeated by the dawn of the day. Maybe it's delayed, maybe it's late to go and you have the darkest night, but finally the more the darkest night, the more brighter would be the sun to go in. So please remember, survival in these tough times is the key to success. And once you are surviving, you know once you are surviving, it actually goes in and goes across. Voice, I have done it. And if you are having a small problem with your voice, you please log out and log in. I think you will be able to do it. But from my side, I think voice is clear, there's no problem of the voice to go. So try it off, and in case you're not able to follow, let me do it, because I'm trying to be very very clear and louder. So and also I'm able to hear from other point to go, and so it's fine. So that goes. So remember that actually works in and moves across and go. So remember why the coronavirus is triggering mental health issues. Oh, that's what is going on. When I talk about to go, I've spoken to a lot of people, I've talked to a lot of things to go on. Somehow, though we are participating in events, we're participating in things to go, and we are having online classes, online education, everybody to go. And we also done a small research, what do you think on vaccination and things, but still it is a lot of triggering happening because people are in despair, because mindset is switching from living to survival. The entire people would think, yeah, come on, bach gaye to bas hai. That's what is the thing to go. And survival is important. Oh, Batkunna chalu, that is what you are thinking into going. You don't want anything else to go in, because the triggers feelings of a hopelessness, because you'll feel that everywhere you see, when you switch on the news, when you switch on the things to go in, you always feel that yesterday, IIT Chennai, what happened. You always have this 180 people, a few more are they opened, and then again they had to put a lockdown to go in kind of thing in the campus. That kind of thing which actually goes in there, because the feeling is hopelessness there. Come on, if you have taken a chance and moved on, and you had these kind of issues, it creates a big problem to go in. So it is triggering feelings of hopelessness, because you don't know how long it's going to last. The vaccines also, there are a lot of issues to go. So many vaccines are going to come, but still there are a lot of ifs and buts of those vaccines, and do's and don'ts of the vaccines, and we are not sure about the effectiveness. And although you talk about 95%, 98%, you know uh, s- effective kind of thing, but still you always wonder the safety of it and things to go, because you have a, jacked up the process to go. So we are waiting for good things to happen, but there's an hope is always there, but hopelessness is very getting to go, and it is increased health anxiety, because now today we talk about having a real anxiety to go. And I tell you, anxiety makes you more sicker to go. And I, initial days also, I also had this, yeah, come on, what will happen, I'll tell you, other day I was having a bit cold kind of thing. I had a small irritation in my throat. The first thing is, oh God, I was wondering, because that day I had gone out and took a session at one place. So, that was, though it was following all the protocols of COVID and everything, but I might have interacted with somebody for a few seconds and kind of thing to go. And that triggered me, oh God, what is happening? That goes in, because the anxiety has increased so much. That's what will happen, even if a small cold, even if a small thing to go. And the symptom, if you feel there's a symptom, now there's a COVID has no symptoms at all. Don't know what symptoms can go in, what kind of things actually goes in and comes across. So you are basically having the kind of thing to go and go across. So that particular thing would create a thing and work across. So you are trying to talk about anxiety is really increasing so much, and though the anxiety has become so much, and things to go, that goes, and fear for the loved ones lives, that's so important. You're worrying about your people, you're worrying about your family, you're worrying about your elderly people in your home. So everybody, because you want them to be safe, you don't want to visit a hospital, go to a doctor, because so on, that will trigger a lot of issues to go. And so then job security has been a tough time. And I think, I'm sorry to tell you all, and you also have read in papers that a lot of people have lost their jobs. Unfortunate, you know when a lot of people, including a lot of teachers, actually have lost their jobs, and there's a survival has become very tough for everybody. IT companies, people have lost their jobs, manufacturing, they lost their job, retail, they lost their jobs, every day daily wage earners had a problem. So many things have an issue to go, and that has also started creating issues to go, because money or the survival is pretty important to go, and the job is important. So job creating a problem goes, and so that goes, and that is basically making it social withdrawal. Because today we talk about social distancing and things to keeping away. Now no longer we are meeting our friends, no longer we are meeting our relatives, no longer are meeting anybody to go, because we want that we stay away from things to go, and so on and so forth. That is creating things to go. So it is triggering a lot of health issues to go. And so plus, please remember, whenever it rains, you know either thing I always tell people, when there is a rain, do a rain dance. you know how many of you love rain dance? Have you tried it? Dancing in the rain, instead of fearing the rain, dance in the rain. That is really enjoyable. I don't know how many of you done it. I have been as a child, I used to do, even as a youngster. Now also I want to do it, but I can't afford to do, because it becomes difficult for me to sustain that kind of thing. I want to go back to those times to do. And whenever it rains, I wish to go and drench in rain, absolutely free kind of thing to go enjoy the rain dance, to move in, and that goes. And so whenever it rains, look for the rainbows. That's very important. So when it is dark, look for the stars. That's what we say. Until when you say night comes in, you always look at for the stars to go, and the stars which are not visible in daylight, they are visible in night times to go. So when you talk about it, night time has its own, dark times have their own advantages to go. And so when you have a rain, the rainbow comes, it's so beautiful, you enjoy the rain and things to go. And when it is dark, when the night time is there, so that's similar kind of situation is there when you are having a pandemic. Look at the positive part, look at the kind of thing to go, and change the perspective of life. If it is dark, it's okay, you're able to see the stars. So if possibly now you are able to work harder, you're able to sit at home, you're doing things to go, and so on and so forth to go. Because COVID-19 has really created a lot of things to go, and everywhere you are hearing the dance of death, the dance of a dangerous kind of thing. Diagnostic become problem. Healthcare is a big thing. I still remember when you talk about India is on a biggest list. When you talk about healthcare kind of facilities in India, we are ranking in the world. We are ranking around 130 kind of thing. Whereas Italy was ranking number one kind of thing in healthcare, had so much of problems to go in. When you are looking at that kind of thing to go, so healthcare is an issue. Today we talk about visiting a hospital, visiting a doctor. One is the a lot of money which is there. Now, though the governments have come with their packages and all, but still a lot of issues to go in that works across. So that is a big problem with this to go in. So COVID-19, the only thing which you can beat your COVID-19 is not the vaccine to go, and vaccine is not a magic potion, because my vaccines also is effective only after two doses of it to go. that too, that effectiveness will keep on staying only for some part of the days to go, and it's not a complete life to go, or a few years to go. And so the only thing is thinking positive, following all the precautions, and being productive actually makes a lot of things and go into a cross. Any questions? You're all able to be following it. Would you start thinking positive? So staying at home, that's the thing to go, and pressure to be more productive. This year, what are you doing? That's what we say when you are at home. You'll be surprised. We are having meetings at 8 o'clock in the night, 7:30 in the night, even on a Sunday. You want to think to go, and because they say, yeah, come on, you're at home only, right? What is that to go in? But staying at home is always a lot of pressure to go, and you all understand to go. So when you're trying to talk about to go, and when you are looking into that to work in, so staying at home is really leading to a lot of more pressure to be productive, because one, you have to work from home automatically becomes a lot of other things to go in, because preparing for an online session, preparing for an online discussion, online meeting are more difficult than preparing for an chalk and talk class kind of thing to go in. A physical class would have been more effective. Now you have to innovate the things to go in. How do I make my student involved? How do I make the things to go in? Same thing happens when you do the things to go. So pressure is more onto being productive. Then only thing is be at home is basically thing to go, and where you look at celebrating your life, because these times will never come back, because you got enough time for bonding, enough time for being with the family to go in. So when you're trying to do that, it will never come in, because at the end of the day, what are we doing in life? We are working for our family. So now God has given you an opportunity to be with your family. Enjoy that time and go back to your mechanical life after COVID goes off shortly to go in. So let us look into the COVID virus coping strategies. You have to got to live with it. That's what everybody has said, and the world has also decided that COVID is gonna exist. We need to coexist. That's the only thing to go on. It's like, I think, to cohabitate and coexist to go. And how do we do? And so only thing is, I have to be existing along with the virus, along with the thing to go. And how do I make my life insulated with this to go on and work across to move? So the coping strategies, you decide to be happy. That's the first thing to go on. You know, being sad, being indifferent, the thing doesn't help. The first coping strategy, you decide to be happy, and happiness is a decision. I don't know how many believe in it to go and always believe. Happiness doesn't depend on your bank balances, doesn't depend on your environment, doesn't depend upon your positions, it doesn't depend upon people around you, it all depends upon you. How do you take it? How do you take a being happy to go on? Because many a time you would have seen street children who are nothing to do, and not even proper dress, not even proper food to go in, they are so happy, naturally happy to go in. So are we going to do in, whereas we look into people who have lots of riches, lots of things to go in. Somebody was beautifully saying, it's a paradox of our lives to go, and people outside places of worship and inside the place of worship, people inside the place of worship beg God, people outside the place of worship beg. So the whole concept is the same. So if nobody is happy to go in, and so start being happy, and things will change and move on. So what to do when you are anxious about a pandemic? So WHO, first thing is, the news that is creating a lot of problem. Oh my God, if you switch on a TV, plethora of channels, they are creating so much of impact, so much of headache. Oh God, at times I tell my people, please, stop the news, stop the television, stop the things to go on, because I don't want to listen into those negativities and those things to go on. So take the information from repeated sources, WHO or CDC's, Center for Disease Control. So that gives you you can limit your access to media. That's very important. Social media is a big culprit. Please leave that access to go in, because that is where a lot of rumors, a lot of things going, a lot of fear factors, everything is going on that works in. So focus on what you can control. So practice good hygiene. That's one thing you can do. Safe sanitization, safe distancing, use of sanitizers, gloves, face mask, and keeping away from people that goes in. No, it's not okay to be normal and okay to be concerned. It's okay fine if people feel that. Another day was it a small family wedding, which was a close family wedding with 44, 50 people around in a big hall. Throughout the wedding, I was wearing a mask and I was keeping away from people. So people were saying, "Yeah, come on." 50% of them were not wearing masks. I was trying to tell them that this is not fair, you should not do it. They all were looking at us to go in, hey, what kind of this guy is there, so too much of anxious, too much of care. They said it's not about being foolish, it's not being this to go in, it is being brave, and it's being logically thinking. So it's okay to be the normal concern, it's fine. If you don't give it, give your thought and give your check to go in. So you think about yourself, or you assure yourself that goes and remind of to be present in moment, because anxious is what would happen, what things going. So remember, in case you're having a problem, seek support, talk to your family, talk to your friends, and do it. And look at yourself, and you always stay connected with your family and friends. Though you may not physically get connected, you are connected with them either in home, or talk about at the phone, or or social media, but not into pandemic spreading to go on. So what's your best coping strategy at the moment? Remember, you know putting it is pretty cold also, so put a jacket, you know or have a pig, watch a video, watch a thing which is favorite of yours, and nothing to do with the news, to go and eat some chocolate, eat some sweets, just thing, and stay active, do yoga, keep up your school work, whatever is given, keep friends in touch with online, to go and breathe slowly, that's very important. And you can go on to your YouTube and Instagram, no issues about it, but only don't be a nerd, and don't be spending off. The important thing is turn off the news. You know, I'm telling you the other way around. Turn off the news, you know because we have enough feeders coming in, so don't look at the news every time. You look at a small bulletin once in a day, twice in a day kind of thing. I usually do it, highlight 10 minutes in the morning, 10 minutes in the afternoon, evening, and 10 minutes in the night before you go to bed. So that actually goes on. So take time to be with the pets, setting goals, using things to go and hanging out with the family, that's what it goes. And try not to worry, enjoy the free time. Probably touch with the family and friends a long time who have been long lost. Now I'm trying to keep in touch with so many friends who have been there, to go and so learn some drawing, painting, or anything which actually is there, which actually works and goes. And so that would be a wonderful thing to go on. So focus on self care, that is vital. Care for yourself. When you care for yourself, you're caring for the entire family, caring for, so they all of us start caring for ourselves automatically. It's not being selfish. Once you take care of yourself, you're taking care of the family, you're taking care of your society, you're taking care of your friends, to go and everybody to go. So start working on taking your care, to go and stay home, fight the COVID, to go and be careful about yourself. Automatically everybody start to beginning for themselves, automatically things would start improving, and COVID will lose their way to go in. So remember, it COVID gives you all the feels which are there, but it's good to be alive. So that's the biggest feeling to go. So I think you should all be happy that we are all alive, and we are celebrating the thing to go on. So the update on COVID-19 was there, be more productive while working from home. That's what is going. So when you're learning, when you're having online classes, when you're having online things to go, you are basically working from home. That makes you more productive, because you're in the comfort of your home. Feel like what you're doing. Maybe you have some issues, we have some problem being at home, but still that actually goes and being more productive, that works in and goes across. So let us look at something in the this some reasons which you could make you positive, and during the COVID-19 and quarantine, if somebody is there to go and staying positive during COVID. Now one beautiful thing is, hugs won't be taken for granted. Now a hug from somebody is real embarrassment of faith. That's what the report which I was going through. I thought I'll share a part of it here. So that's a wonderful thing to go. And the hugs won't be taken for granted again, because then that's what it goes. And because now it's a life which actually is there, and if somebody hugs you, it's a lot of strong feeling which goes. And so not doing nothing is completely acceptable. That goes, and you just don't do anything. It's okay. Maybe you are taking a back seat in your career, back seat in your thing. So I have told my students, frankly speaking, I told them to take a break. It's okay. Take a significant effort to stop working for 1 year. Please do it. Or 6 months to go in, because that goes in. Doing nothing is acceptable. That's to go in. I'm sorry if your teachers feel bad about it, but let me tell you, it's okay if you fail your exams. So it doesn't matter. Don't fail in your life, that's more important. Don't fail in your things to go on, because it's okay when these times are there, and we'll come out of it. The only thing you learn from your failures to go on. Look at that, mother health is healing. So we have seen the pollutions are going off, and greenery is coming in, waters are more cleaner, things are more better, so on and so forth. Then the adventure is being found within our homes. That's the thing, to find out those adventure which actually goes in within your home and things to go, and that's a beautiful thing to go. So Remember, I am very happy that one way the teachers are having some problem because they are losing their jobs and all that. Some places and budget schools are having real tough time. That the ones who have suffered a lot to go in. But otherwise, teachers are being recognized what they weren't before, because today teachers are messiahs kind of thing. When you talk about to go, that have been there to go in. And if you see, the kindness has been more. People have become very kind towards other people to go in. At least there's an huge change in the people's mindset towards others to go care for others to go in. So we are trying to do something for the others, something for the people who are there, because that has already come out of this to go in. Some families are all together for the first time. I think some of you would also agree to it that some of the families who have been always away working on things to go in, COVID has made them to come together for the first time in their life, and that they're rediscovering their family bonding and all. I think some of you would have experienced this to go in. So gratitude is found in little things. Now you are happy because you got food on time, you got a thing to go, you have water, you have things to go, and that gratitude is increasing to go on. And people are washing their hands more. That is something which actually goes. Venkat Krishna, Talari Venkat Krishna, can you be here? So when you talk about to go in, uh, you know, people have started washing their hands more often. That goes in. Then earlier, government used to spend so much of money to tell them to wash their hands. Now everybody's scared. I've seen everybody washing immediately, rushing to wash their hands and so on. So every time to go in. Now healthcare has shown the respect which they have been not never had this kind of thing. The respect is coming up, and customer service is becoming more greater. Companies are working for making it effective, making it more better to go in, and people are talking about their health. That's very important, because we are all thinking about the health, because we want to be careful, we want to be good, we want to be doing, and then goes and then general health is being prioritized over finances. Now you're more focused on health rather than money to go in. You're focusing on health because you all realize that health is wealth that goes and beyond wealth to go. The amount of those recovering is far greater than those who are passing. So that's the good news, because 95% is the recovery in India. So they should be happy about it to go. So it doesn't mean that you get infected. So don't get into the other five part of it to percentage to go in. So you are into recovering. So it is a positive part of to go in. People are choosing to have faith that the better days are coming, because that अच्छे दिन आएंगे, good days are going to come, so on and so forth. So that is what is the thing to go in. You all are looking forward to a COVID free world, and automatic is doing. And first of all, very important, all of us are together, we are united. COVID has united the whole world. It's just not to go in. Entire world has come together to fight this COVID, and we are all a family and talk about it to go in. So there are the reasons to go in. A positive mindset that always goes in, always be positive. That's the one which actually has to go in. A change in your mindset will really help you to go across. Be smiling, be going. So please remember, my work is not my worth. So you're what you're doing doesn't do it, because now I've taken a back seat. It's okay, come on. The percentage what I'm getting now is not my true self. I'm able to manage myself to stay and do it. So remember that to go. Then expressing gratitude is very, very important. So stay positive and this thing and express your gratitude. Thank everybody to go. And that's the reason I started thanking my session, thanking the COVID warriors, because we are should be grateful towards them for their services to go in and go across. Now, how do we manage the anxiety which we are getting in? So that's some important thing which actually we should go in and look at that. So routine and rationalize. So the good thing is create a nourishing routine. Anxiety thrives on turbulence, uncertainty. So remember, you create a routine. For example, my routine has changed. Earlier, I used to sleep at around 12:30 in the night and get up around 4:30 or so in the morning. But now my routine at times I'm sleeping at 4:30 in the morning. The routine has changed, and how many of you are going into that to go in, because now that you know that tomorrow I don't have to go out on time to go in, but I know I have my own commitment. That's a different story. But even at sleeping at 4:30 in the morning, I have to get up at my time and get back to work on 9. But when actually it goes in, so found that good routine helps you, so eliminate a lot of things to go rationalize. Anxiety pulls out of the worst cause scenario. So tell yourself that it's gonna be over, it's not going to be bad as you imagine. Focus on reality. So rational thinking will help you out to go and talk talk to your friends, talk to your family, talk to your teachers, talk to anybody whom you feel that they can do, and talk about the anxiety. There are a lot of people who have seen it, so that's what we tell. If somebody has COVID kind of thing to go, and we have to put them onto people who have survived the COVID, talk to them, that help them to go, and so that will be able to help you to rationalize, help to break that stigma which actually goes, and create a schedule into it to go. And so there's something which is triggering which you can't do, and put it into a schedule and do it to go, and it will definitely reduce your worry to go and move across. Then be mindful. The mindfulness actually helps you out. Finding things to occupy your mind. Be the thing that calms you down. That's very important. Focus on taking care of yourself in all the ways which you're going to do, and that works across. The positive thinking is empowering. Please remember, positive thinking is very, very powerful. Very powerful. A positive action in achieving. So if you're thinking positive that yes, I'm going to do good, you will surely do good. So take that jump from negative to positive. If you are thinking negative, take a jump which actually goes, and it's a beautiful jump. You'll feel the difference which actually goes in and works across, and automatically your productivity increases. While you do and round the clock, if you see this, your productivity always increases when you're trying to talk about changing it to move. Please remember, we have seen that life has been interrupted. Everything was going on smooth. And I still remember December last year. We were having a wonderful time planning for 2020. Everybody had that vision 2020 plan 2020 and everything. Suddenly the COVID has come in and the entire life has been interrupted. Do you all think that actually works in? So staying productive to our pandemic is once in a century pandemic, so life is interrupted. Being productive is there. It actually goes, and I wish 2021 would be beautiful dawn, which actually goes, and because your mental health has become very difficult. Don't panic. You have a solution to go, and you use a mask, which actually goes, and that's a why. Oh, that's a vaccination against COVID, which is more safer than the vaccination which you are thinking. So if you are able to do it, isolation, uncertainty, unemployment, everything has come in, so that had made your mental health really tough. So please remember, being positive is the key. If you are being more productive with your free time, don't doesn't feel right for you, don't do it. I know you feel that I'm sleeping, I'm happy sleeping for more time, sleep, doesn't matter. you know don't do it. Even if your college doesn't permit you attending attendance and all this, it's okay. Come on, it's fine. What is the fun? You're going to lose 1 year in life? Nothing much. Remember, life is only one time opportunity. Make the best of it and make it easy. Take time to rest and relax. That's more important. Whenever you're having a crisis, and some people will tell you to work hard, do it, I'm the reverse thing to go. Don't take that tough thing. Be happy. It's okay. Come on. Even your parents, it's okay. You tell them, Dad, Mom, I have decided to be, happy, and I don't want to take stress. This 1 year, leave me. Heavens are not going to fall. I'll tell you one thing. If you take a break, also nothing goes to do in, you know. But don't get into emotional and don't get into the problem, because many of you may not be able to follow online classes. Many may have any issues with them, technology issues, access issues. So that would do in and go across. It's a time to recharge. That what goes on. Recharge your batteries, recharge yourself, recharge your thoughts, recharge your things to go. And that's what even batteries are now taking time to recharge. Being recharging itself was a thing to go, and recharge, rest, take rest, ample rest, relax, relax, and revive. That's more important, it actually goes. And so when you are looking, and you have this to go, and it's completely okay to do nothing. Remember, I mean, telling you straight, take words from me. You can quote all those Jason sir said, don't it's okay to do nothing. It's okay, fine, don't do anything, it's fine. Be happy. That's more important to go. And you know because once you're stressed, I should do something productive, but COVID virus. So the stress is here, because I want to do something, I want to do and work across, but this is particularly creating a problem that goes. And so remember, it's okay not to feel productive during COVID-19. You feel that, yeah, come on, ठीक है, it's okay. Chalo, I'll take a rest. I'll take relax. I don't work today. I don't do it. That's fine. It's okay. Life is like that. It doesn't matter. It's okay not to be at your most productive during the global pandemic. We don't want you to be terribly, productive and things to go. You are basically trying to talk about it to go and move in and do your best to move. Remember, navigate a Corona time as a family time. Remember, reduce the stress, be a part of the family. If you are able to have more people in your family, you're free or in the homes where you have your people around, so that will automatically reduce the stress. Be proactive, create meaningful family moments, because these moments would be a lifetime opportunity. you know Create those moments. We're planning schedules, watch movies together, and we are doing it now. You'll be surprised. We are all as a family watching some movie, sometimes online, and something to go and create that time. And we are having, a few of our relatives. I'm not participating into that because the time is. I have some other things to go on. They're having an everyday bhajan sandhya song kind of thing to it. Just not bhajans to go. It could be any film songs, anything. The entire about all over the world, entire family is meeting around 1 hour, 2 hours to go and 1.5 hours to go to 2 hours, where they are singing songs, they're interacting, they're playing antakshri, they're doing it. So there's a beautiful tie-up to go, and there's a social connectedness to go, and they're using a Zoom app, the same app which is there, to bond the families to go. And so that's what they are trying to do, and the family bonding is increasing, and things are moving on and things to go. So when you're trying to talk about this to go, and the family bond has increased, the family things has changed. So you are trying to talk about having the kind of thing which works and which moves in, so which are basically a kind of thing which actually works. So create that kind of thing which actually would talk about it to move in. So when you're trying to talk about you know so that goes in wonderful, so uh, th- so that goes in to go across. So when you're trying to talk about the thing to go in, when you're trying to talk about that to go, and so when you are looking into the kind of thing which actually works, and so you are trying to talk about having the kind of thing which works. So create those social movements, social things to go, and as a group of friends you are on a group call and have fun to go, and that goes, a group video call works and then goes. And so we still have the same opportunity for happiness that we had before. Please remember, times have not changed. Code is there, but it's okay. It's only there. We have still the same opportunity. Say then be happy. What we do and find out the happiness. Just being encouraged to look into different places to find it. Earlier, I used to find happiness in going to a theater, happiness in going to a picnic, happiness into travel, happiness to go in the crowd. Today, you find happiness being at home. Find out the happiness which actually goes in and works across to go in and move. So that works. Please remember, there is no place like home anywhere in the world. I hope you all agree to it, because there's no place like home. Because at home you are the best, you are the king, you are the thing to go on. So how tough times the home may have, but still you have the homely feeling. We say home food, homely feeling, home things to go on. Everything is yours in your home to go on. So introverts, please remember, social distancing you have been practicing since it was trendy today. It's a social distancing, but we have been practicing it, so don't worry about it. So now, COVID-19 is spreading, transmission has become so tough. There's a lot of risk. Treatment is a problem. Testing is a tough time to go in. So people are becoming unqualified. There are a lot of unqualified things to go. WhatsApp University is teaching you so many things to go in. But only thing is, believe in yourself, or be you, what you are. That's important. Be you. It's okay. Come on. Have your own identity. Have your own thing which actually works and goes and which actually goes on. Because what you can do to stay safe and stay healthy, this has been daily talked about in all televisions, all the newses, all kind of thing to go on, all things to go when you are trying to talk about to go in. So when you are looking in the kind of thing which actually you know goes in across and works in, so when you are trying to do in, so when you are trying to talk about it to move in and go across, so when you are looking into a thought to go and work in, so when you are trying to talk about which actually goes in and works, that actually makes it a very very important kind of thing which actually work in and go. So avoid close contact, to talk about it, touching each other, then eyes, nose and things to go, then staying at home and staying at things to go and work across. So when you are trying to talk about the moon, you have these kind of thing which actually works and does. And so cover yourself, and when you cough, when you have disinfect, wash your hands on and so forth, that goes in. I don't have to talk more about this to go, because all of us know in and go across and to go and to move. So for you, what do you do? avoid excessive exposure to media. That's what it goes in. No more access to news channels, no more access to things to go and no more things to move in and go across and connect through calls, internet, and things to go. Add extra time for daily stress relief. Love what you do and start doing that. But if you focus on self care, focus on your mental health. In case you have small kids or even for you, all of you as a school college children, assure that you are safe. Don't worry about it. Talk about your worries. Shape up your own coping skills, limit the rules, create a routine and go, and that's what important for you. So staying home and staying productive is something. Do something great, that's what it goes in. So you are trying to look into what actually goes in and you can move on to it to move, because this pandemic is scary, very very scary. So don't worry about the scary pandemic to go and don't watch news. 50% of your scare is from the news to go, and it's good to be scared, it's good to be think to go in, but it actually works. And to go across to move in and how to move across and work. So helpful thing to go in is not to fixate things which actually work in staying positive, avoid information overload, not being hyper productive during pandemic is okay. It's not a sign of no discipline, so don't worry. It's okay. Life is fine. Don't worry about it. It's okay to be. If productivity looks different this season, fine. If everybody thinks, yeah, come on, you didn't get do more marks, you didn't do. And I told you right, I was not doing anything. First 2 months, I was just relaxing, and I thought I'm recharging myself. About the basic formalities we need to do in officially, we have to do certain things. But apart from that, I never stressed. I said nothing to do, no webinar, no nothing, no attending of it, and so on. So because that, yeah, I have to recharge myself. God given opportunity, rarest in our life, we don't get it. I got this greatest opportunity, though it is really tough to go, but that opportunity is there. So be gentle with yourself. Doing the best you can do. Whatever is possible for you, do it. It's fine. What is possible for you, do it. Other things would wait and things to go in. So productivity doing in. So it starts with not forcing yourself to fit into a box of perfection. Nobody's perfect. Remember this. Don't feel that if you feel that you are somebody is better than you, it's okay. Yeah, they're made to be better than you. It's okay. What is there? All of us are not equal. God has made our 5 fingers. All of them are not different. All of them are different. So you go and so God himself didn't make them at the same kind of thing to go. So you don't worry. It's no perfection. Everything is not perfect in life. So it's okay. Not fitting into box of it. It's fine. You don't have to think about it to go and honor your experience, your emotions. That's more important. What you're experiencing is and honoring what is calling what it is. So what is your call? What do you think is more important to go and remember? Positivity always wins. That's the best part to go in and go across. Be positive, that works. So always positive. Positive is the key. Being positive isn't predicting it everything is good, but seeing good in everything is more positive to go in. Because we all know nothing is really so positive, but looking at positive part of it to go in, that really works and moves it. So remember, positive thinking, positive attitude boosts up your confidence. It changes your outlook. It changes your mindset. It changes your belief and optimism. I think that would really make it to go on. So be positive. I think a lot of things would change in your life to go on. So please remember, from the I can't, cut that can't. You can. All of us are so powerful. God has made us so powerful. You don't know it. Imagine you only have to discover yourself. You can't kind of thing. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. It's not about losing. Sometimes you learn. That's more important. It's okay. I tell my students, if you fail in exam, don't worry about failures, because if everybody passes, why the hell we have exams? How many of you agree to it? I always tell them, if everybody passes, no need for exams. No. And if somebody has to fail, it's you this time. It doesn't matter. Because once you have failed, learn from your failures and move on. So it's not about failures, it's about learning from failures is important. Think positive. Remember, I'm having an energy crisis, but always there's a positive side. Please remember, in every battery has a positive and negative side. How many of you observe that plus and minus of a battery? Raise your hands. Raise your hands. How many of you seen the positive side of a battery? Plus. Oh, only few of you out of the 300 odd, 200 odd people, only 15 of you, 17 of you have seen the positive side. So you're all focusing on negative side. Don't do it. So think at a positive side. All of us have a positive side of it. How negative you might be, you have a positive side. That's a thing which actually goes in to go across. Remember, this is how it is. If you're trying to talk about, we always say positivism and things to go half full water, half to go in. If you are looking at the way you look in, the way you are in, if you are into the water, you feel that you are an optimist, and to go in, it's your situation which actually talks about it to go and work in. So which actually is changes to go in. So if you look at these fishes, one who is out feels that it is choking, other one is in, it feels that you are always there. You listen, it's not a thing, it goes in the grass. Don't think too much. Please remember that's something which is very, very important to go on. So don't think too much. That creates a thing to go on. So when you're trying to talk about don't think too much, I think that will really create a thing to go. So you will create a problem that wasn't even there, because thinking too much is the root cause of all the problems. So don't think too much. Leave the thinking to God, he'll take care of it to go on. So let's move ahead. Your positive actions combined with positive thinking results in key success. Shiv Khera, I think you would have read his book, You Can Win. How many of you read this book? If you are not read it, please read it. It's a beautiful book, You Can Win by Shiv Khera. So that is so simple, so easy, and you love to go. And I had an opportunity to meet this gentleman. It's so it's so something which is wonderful to go. So your positive action combined with positive thinking results in success. So remember, being positive works well to go on. There's always something to thankful for. I always tell people, don't curse yourself for what's not happening for you. Thank God for what's happening. If you are really having a home, if your food is not good, it's okay, you at least have food. If you are not able to sleep properly, at least you have a bed to go in. So remember that a lot of people are not there, so think about it to go and decide that good enough is not good enough for you. So always aim to the best you can be. So it's your potential, you unleash your potential, you become better to go in and go across, work together and do something big with a positive attitude. So working together is going and went in and work across to move. So stop stressing, start living. That's a big thing to go on. Don't stress. Start living. Don't worry. Be happy. Come on. If you are attending this webinar also for the sake of attendance, it's okay. But for listening, I think that would be there to make you happy. Now we are entering a thing to go and just say to yourself, all of you do this. You know, just say to yourself, close your eyes, slowly say relax in the same mode. You know, that's what you do, and just say, you find the difference. Close your eyes and just say relax very slowly. You'll find the difference in your breath to go in, difference in your mind to go in and go across. Close your eyes, open your mind, and listen to your heart. Just close it. Just do that. When that goes in, I think that will you know uh, go in and move across. Just close your eyes. Close your eyes. Say relax, relax, and relax automatically. So that will change the whole thing. That's what we say when you go to a place of worship. When you do worship, the first thing we are asked to do is close our eyes. Why do you do that? Have you ever thought about it? Because once you close your eyes, you're shutting down yourself from everything around you. So that actually goes and that creates a positive thing. It opens your mind and it opens your thing to go and listen to your heart. What your heart says, do that. That works to go on. The best stress management tips is, I think you'll all love it. Eat, sleep. Eat, sleep. Khana sona, khana sona, khana sona. Tinadam panukodam, tinadam panukodam, tinadam panukodam. How many of you love to do this? All of you? All of you? Yes, many of you. I also would love to do it. You know, because that's the best stress management technique. Once in a while, you should do it. I do that. Once in a time when I feel too much of stress, I only do it. Eat, sleep. I say, I don't disturb me today. Every few hours, I get up, eat something, sleep, eat something, sleep. You do it for one day, half a day to go in. Your whole stress is gone. So do that. That's the best remedy to go in. Eat properly, sleep properly. That should take care of everything to go in. And the best part is eat sweets, because desserts are stress busters. How many of you love sweets? Any form, cakes, ice cream, chocolates, whatever it might be, eat them. Because if you see that even the spelling, deserts are stressed, it rivers of the deserts to go and eat them. Scientifically proved that if you eat sweets, your mood changes. You become more positive. Your brain releases those chemicals which will make you feel happy about it to go. And so remember, eat sweets. It's okay. doesn't matter, anything of you like. Don't eat too much, eat small quantity, that should be fine, do it. Because you say Chetan sir told to eat sweets, I can take 1 kg of sweets, one go. Don't do that. Okay, take some sweets, that will be there to go and work on a model which is work, rest, and play. So when you remember, take care of your health, it should be the most important. And no, work is only one part, small part of our life. The major part is rest and play. So play whatever you like in. Don't play games with the people. Play only the games which are good for you and good for the people to go. And a positive attitude may not solve all your problems. Please remember this. It will not solve your problem, but it will annoy enough to the people to make them worth effort to go in. So if you are positive, and the people who are anxious about you or jealous about you or RE about you and envy you will be really taken to task, because they feel that, yeah, this guy is very happy, very in spite of all this we are doing. So that goes in. So there are so many beautiful reasons to be happy. To do all and do that. Being alive is the biggest reason to be happy. To know that, that goes in. All of us will have a lot of reasons to be happy. So always end the day with a positive thought. No matter how hard things were, no matter how hard things were, how things were there. So remember that actually goes in. Tomorrow is a fresh opportunity. Always make it better. So don't worry, you always have a good day to go in. So believe good things are on the way. They are coming. I always tell my people, you have not won. If you're not win, race is not over. The race is on till you win. So don't worry, things will come to you. So life is good. Please remember that life is very good. It's just to time to inspire. Do that particular thing. That actually works in and goes across, which it talks about it to move. Life is good. Life is this to go in and things to go. When you are trying to talk about this to move, and you are having the kind of thing which actually goes and works. And so when you are trying to have a kind of thing to go, life is good, being alive is a issue which actually goes in and keeps you focused. So when you are trying to talk about it to go, when you are having the kind of thing which goes and life is good, then life is allowing to move. And so when you are trying to talk about it to move, so have that particular thing to go. And being alive, it's time to inspire. Being positive doesn't mean ignoring negative. Being positive means overcoming negative. So taking care of yourself is proactive. So please take care of yourself. I've been telling you. So take care of yourself. That's more important. The key is not to prioritize what is on your schedule, but to put your schedule. So what is important for you? Took your priority. You decide this is my priority. Being alive, being happy, being with friends, being with family, being everything. Put your priority list and work onto it. That will go. Stephen Covey, who talks about has 7 habits of highly effective people, says beautifully, key to prioritize what is on your thing, schedule your priorities, what is that you want to do in your life. So stop anxiety. So what you can do it, stop being afraid of what could go wrong, start being positive what could go right. So remember that kind of thing, surprise your brain, talk to your brain, open breathing, practice a new behavior, automatically your anxiety stops and things to go and works. So when everybody is sad, be happy. Come on, happiness is the key. You do some exercise, walking and all to go and work onto your garden to keep yourself and relax and go in and be positive, and positive things will happen. Sun will rise again when we'll try again. So remember, COVID is gonna go. We'll be happy. We'll be rising it again, and we are going to tune and work across to move. And so remember, good times are going to come. We are going to be there and do and be positive, be patient, be persistent. So that's very important. There's a beautiful thing. When I was a boy, I could see scary things in the news. My mother would say, look for helpers. She'd always find people helping. So remember, the only thing is, stop watching the news. Not all the ways, so only highlights. Be the survivor and be happy, which actually goes on. The positive mind, positive vibes, positive life. That's what is gonna be the thing to go in, that will take you the best to go in. Now, steps to be positive attitude. One, change the focus. Always look at the things, change your focus, look for positive. Always don't look for negative, look for the optimist, positive part of everything. If you're getting late, be positive to do in, at least you're traveling. Look at the positive part of it to go in. So make a habit of doing it now. Don't postpone things, do it now. That helps you out. Develop an attitude of gratitude. That's very important. You have to be thankful for every small thing. Say thank you. Be really mean the thank you to go. That works. Get into continuous self-improvement programs. Do something to improve yourself. It could be a communication, it could be a language, it could be a look looks, it could be your physique, it could be your personality, it could be anything to go and work on to it. Build a positive self improvement. Stay away from negative people, negative influences, and things to go and learn things to be need to be done. What are the things which you have to be done? Start your day with a positive mindset. When you start, we started with that kind of thing when you started the class to go and on that goes in. So points to ponder. So productivity can be really demanding, but remember you're not alone. Everybody is having the same problem. No, pandemic is not for you; it's for everyone. So don't be panicky about not being productive because everybody is in sailing the same boat. So that goes in. So set realistic goals. What do you want? What you can do this season? Have a daily plan. Stick to your routines. Get up around the same day, same time each day. That's important. Stick routines. I mean, I tell you, I'm sorry, but I'm telling you what I'm not practicing. So I'm not getting up at the same time every day, not sleeping at the same time. Some days I sleep at 1 o'clock in the night, some days at 2 o'clock in the night, some days at 4 o'clock in the morning. So, but but as an advice, I tell you, please get up at the same time, sleep at the same time, more or less half an hour here or there is fine. That will help you a lot. Take your medications or supplements. Take all the immunity boosters and everything. It's okay. It's good to take cardhas. It's good to take Ayurvedic preparations. It's good to take vitamin C. It's good to take zinc. It's good to take all that. Take it. It's okay. That they'll boost up your thing to go and get dressed and shower regularly. Don't think that you are going out and then only you dress up properly. Even at home, dress up properly. That's very important. Don't avoid showers. Yeah, that's what we do when we are at home. Yeah, who will take a bath? How many of you feel the same thing? That too cold winters, right? Don't do that. Have a bath every day. That gives you freshness. Possibly, I've started. I used to do have a bath twice a day. In between, there was a difficult the kind of thing to now again started the same routine to go and so twice a day. That will make you very fresh, very happy to go in and go across. Schedule, schedule your meals. Eat in time to go and set a reminder to tell you to go. Don't get into. I've seen people getting into watching movies, playing computer game, getting into things to go and so on and so forth. Then finally Candy Crush, and I don't know how many of you are playing those many games to go in. So, but remember to eat something, improve ways to find the move your body. I've been sitting and always you would see me moving here and there and get up to go and drink plenty of water. You have seen me drinking so much of water in between. So drink that. Set specific times. Go out at least once a day. Just walk out with care and obviously. So have a daily plan. Plan your future career. It's okay. You do what you want to do in next. Plan it out. You can implement, but take care of yourself. That's more important to go and manage your anxiety. That's an important thing to go and so say no to COVID. So whatever you're doing, that work across. So let us look at positive and productive things to do at home while you're doing it. Give time to adapt and adjust. These times are gonna be there. We will have a new normal. So this new normal will continue even if the COVID goes, and there are a lot of routines which have changed, and they will continue. So give that, adapt yourself to them. Clean your body, clean your home, clean your mobile, clean your computer. Most important is clean your mind, clean your mindsets. I don't know how many of you will do it. So do this. Cleaning your mind, cleaning your mindset is important. Do that. Do indulge in some sort of physical exercise. Get into it. It can be yoga, meditation, physical activity, walking, playing, whatever it might be you want to do, and running, jogging, taking care of your garden. That's also one good exercise to do. And do that. Dress professionally as always. It's like as if you're going to college. You dress like that only. Even at home, don't get into your casual. Don't get into shorts and things to go and you get into a college wear that will really make a different feel to go and read, write, and unlearn and learn. That's what learn a lot of things, learn new skills, revisit your goals, see what is there to go and how can the goals have changed because what you're aiming that job might have lost its sheen in this COVID times. Look at something new, look at what can be done, what can be practiced that would do and do an action plan. Now, indulge in your passion, whatever has been your passionate. If you have been passionate about drawing, painting, singing, cooking, whatever you are, you who indulge in that, to reading, do that. Cultivate a new hobby that goes in, that works. Revisit your finances, look at that kind of thing to go and plan and cook meal to go and that will actually work and look at that, help somebody to make some food at home. And if you're not doing it, that goes and works. Now spend a guilt-free time doing what you enjoy. So do whatever you want to enjoy. See, I enjoy my class sessions. You would have seen me doing that. Now do what you do and Do things that have been putting off, you have been whatever been postponed, do it now, because that's the time to go and very important, pamper yourself. Yeah, after all, it's your life, right? We need to be pampered, we need to do that. So it's not the strongest or most intelligent who will survive. Please remember, those who can manage the change would survive. They are the ones who can do. Dinosaurs have lost, they have gone extincted. The cockroach stays because it has adapted itself to the changing thing to go. Adaptability is a powerful difference between adapting to cope and adapting to win. So life is all. We are no longer able to change the situation. When we are not able to change the situation, we are challenged to change ourselves. We have done this. Now all you have logged in and getting into this webinar itself talks about it. Life is not all about monitoring trends and adapting to it. To adapt to a change, that is the thing to win. And please remember, it's absolutely fine, and absolutely fine. I am repeating it again. If you get out of this lockdown COVID times with no new skills, zero books to read, no deep realization, no webinars, no certificates. Only thing is you stay sane. That's more important. It's not the productivity contest. Please don't do it. People have done it into a rat race. Don't get into it to go on. It's all about surviving. It's all about being happy. It's all about coming out of this. Few more months, it will change. Our life will change, and we'll have a lot of things to do. So please remember, be at home, do something to go on. Don't get out of roads without reasons, because there's still a crisis on. We're getting into second phase, third phase, and things to go that become very difficult. Keep that social distance, wash your hands, clean surfaces, everything to go, and that goes across. Remember, the new mindset is loading, and COVID-19 is a global problem, so don't panic. All the world is going through it. We all will find a solution soon. This in this environment, it's less about how much you're growing. Remember this, and how much you are going to uh, come out of the situation. A healthy company, healthy thing to go in and go across. What is important for you is, staying healthy as a country, as a nation, as a people to go in. So don't go out, don't be a victim. So look at this. Is the negative part, there's a positive side. Don't do mistakes, because end of the day, outwit, outlay, outlast, be the survivor. I wish to say that this survivor of COVID is the important thing to go in 2021. We should be able to tell every friend, the only thing, I'm there, I'm alive, that's sufficient. you know Let us welcome 2021 with being alive. That goes in. So remember, there are a lot of people who have a problem, because some issue is there. So do an individual social responsibility. Do something, how small it can be, to do it. Give be somebody a roti, somebody a cup of rice, somebody a glass of water, somebody you require some help, whatever you can afford to do, maybe 5 rupees, maybe 10 rupees, or anything to go and please help anybody who's in distress, needy. Do, and because minimum small help of yours can mean a big thing in their life. Be individually responsible, and do individual social responsibility. All of us can do together, volunteer to help and do it. So somebody said beautifully, promotion, sir, because I am more qualified for the job. I attended so many online courses. So when you have attended so many online classes now, I believe, so it talks about it to go in. So sorry, we are short on mass. So work on to it, what is important for you. So get into that mode to go. So there's an COVID virus breakthrough. I have it, I don't have it. So that's a big thing to go, because today we talk about asymptomatic carriers. We don't know who is having a COVID, who is not having a COVID. Tests are also not accurate, and everything to go. And so remember, we are there. Pandemics are real and can deeply affect our life. So we should accept this. So it has turned into a global pandemic. So evolved with unprecedented speed. It is really creating a lot of imperative for governments, organizations, immediate action to protect people. So it's being a global event, and challenge for our lifetime. So we have not seen any kind of challenge such big as this. So remember, it changes, changing attitudes and behaviors of today, forcing organizations to respond. However, need to respond to this won't end immediate. Eventually, it recedes to go and become self-reliant, Atmanirbhar. That's what we talk about it to go and start your journey being self-reliant, help others. So Atmanirbhar Bharat, somebody is saying, note chapter be Atmanirbhar Bharat. So they don't get into illegal means to become Atmanirbhar. And let me tell you seven positive times to go and 7 hours to be positive. My site. One, relax. The first thing is relax, relax, and relax, both physically and mentally. Rest adequately, refresh your thoughts. Whenever there's some problem in your computer, what do you do? Refresh your button. refresh the button to go and reform yourself, make a change in your life to go and reinvent yourself, rejoice the family touch, and reach out to the needy. That's very vital. If you are able to do this 7 hours, I think you'll be able to do wonders in your life to go on. Now, 7 P's to be productive. What do you do? And there were the hours to relax and P's to productive. Be proactive, both mentally and physically. Do not procrastinate. Do not postpone the things. Don't wait for tomorrow. Do it today. You know, be peace at all times. It's okay. Peaceful. That's more important. Be passionate. Oh no, sorry. Be passion. Follow your passions to go and plan your day, plan your life, plan your career. Set all your priorities. End of the day, pray for all. Pray for yourself, pray for everybody, and do not play with anyone. That goes on. So 7 C's. Uh, I always say C for Chetan, so I always feel that I should say, Chetan is my name. So C for Chetan and C for 7 C's of positivity and productivity. Be calm. That's very important. Don't panic. Be cool. It's cool to be cool. It's cool to be calm. Care for yourself. Care for your family and friends, neighbors, nations, and all. Contribute and do that particular thing to go and so so that goes in. So when you talk about it to go and that actually works and moves in. So which actually goes in and goes across. So wonderful. That was there to go and compassionate, be compassionate, to go in and so on and so forth, and work across to move in. Be cautious, creative, contentment to go in. Positive thoughts, be positive, and be positive. That goes and so now this goes and so we are trying to talk about understanding this. We have become more online kind of thing to go in. The syllabus has changed now. No talk about apps to go in and so on and so forth. You know, uh, there's a work from home which is happening. So we are looking at the kind of what do you say Wi-Fi kind of thing which is going, and we are looking at wireless kind of updates. People are looking at data share, data memory to go in, and that's what is a new technology which is coming because of the COVID times and things to go in. So God will heal everything. So deliver you the best you want. Be positive. Be things to go and so building towards the future. The future has lots of surprises. Be the survivor 2020. We are looking at to go and end of the day. All you hope is hope and strength that it will get better and strength to hold on until it does. I hope there will be the days when you fall in love. So thank you. Jai Hind and Mera Bharat Mahan. We'll all do well. All the best. Have wonderful times in your life. Any questions, you are welcome. Next few minutes we'll have this. Ask questions. If you don't have questions or you don't know to answer right now, you can mail your questions. These are my IDs. Good luck. God bless you all. Okay. I'm open for any questions. You can ask it. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Students, if you have any queries, just
Yeah.
we'll wait for a couple of minutes. If the
Yeah,
students have
man.
any queries, we can wind up the session, sir.
Yeah. Any questions? Anything you have?
Students, some of them are raising their hands. I'm giving them the opportunity to
Yeah,
talk
madam. Yeah.
so that they can at least not chat, they'll talk to you, sir.
Sure, bro. They can chat, talk. Yeah. You can ask questions. Anybody wants to ask questions can ask. Or anybody anything which you want to discuss, you can always do. And yeah.
Tirmal, I have given you an opportunity to talk. Like you can just have, if you have any questions, you can just. Smita, Gautami, Gautami. Satyam, Saumya. Yes, dears.
Yeah, you can ask.
I have given them the opportunity, sir, but I think they are not looking
Maybe
forward.
that really makes them to go and go across. But anyhow, it was pleasure interacting with you all. I hope I wanted to make it very thing to go, and I tell them all to go. Remember one thing in life: being happy is most important. You know, uh, virus is no danger. So I think you know. Which actually goes in sin virus is more danger spreading corona. So I think the punishment was God is God always does something for our own betterment. So this is an opportunity for us to you know get the reality of life, so that we can understand that we can be good, we can be good human beings. After all, end of the day, we actually talk about being good and being better to go in. So always remember, life gives you opportunity, God gives you opportunity, and God always loves us. So remember, God will always take care of his children. So he gives you a way to get back to life.
Bye.
And yeah. Yes. So you always have somebody to do in, and that goes across. So remember, we are here. The correction mode is on. So very shortly, we'll all go with a new thought, new phase to go in, and we have already learned a lot of lessons in life: how to be non-selfish, how to be doing good, and how to actually be better in life. So remember, life is all about being happy. Life is all about being you know caring for others. Life is having all about being true to yourself, true to the family, friends, and everybody, and doing it. So it's all about doing the best in your life. So I wish you all wonderful times. I wish you all a great day today to go. And I have left my email IDs. You can always answer, write to me anytime you want, any questions you have, anything to go. And you always look into the kind of things to go. So you feel free to write to me. I'm available sometimes. If I don't answer you immediately, maybe because of reasons I'm busy, but otherwise I'll answer all the questions. Or if your email had come into my junk, I usually check my junk every 15 days, so you'll get an answer after that to go in. So remember, we are going to all be there. Hope for opportunity to meet you all, and thank you one and all, and think to go and feel free to interact. Yeah, please tell. Somebody want to tell something, so please tell. And uh, Shruti, you can speak up, or you can type, or you can even mail me also if you want something to do. And okay, so I hope it was pretty interacting with many of you. Only thing is, when it's an online mode and we can't really see each other to go and really go and you. I wish all of us are positive. Life is all about being positive. We have tough times. End of the day, please remember, everything will set right, everything will fall in place, and God will always help you all. So have faith in yourself, faith in God, and faith in your parents, faith in your teachers. Yes. Yeah, I look forward to mails from you all. I look forward to things to go on. So you have noted down my mail ID. Are you able to see the screen? And mail ID is there, so you can always do it. In case you
Yes,
have
sir.
yeah, in case you have something more to go, you can get in touch with your college people, and they'll give you my number also. In case it is very important, you can message me, and I'll talk to you also to go on. So look forward to you, and wishing you all a beautiful future, happy lives, and wonderful times to go on. So have a great time in life. God bless you all. So I take an leave of you. Thank you one and all. So have wonderful, wonderful times.
Yeah.
God,
Thank you so much, sir, for this session.
yeah.
And I think this is a very valuable session for you students, because a part of academics is always not important. Even with the part of academics, this part of being positive yourself and molding yourself into the current scenario of the situations is very important. And this is what all about the session. Sir was completely looking forward to give you a valuable suggestions, and also to motivate yourself for this kind of situations. So where I can say, what all they are undergoing of these conditions and the situations, you have given them live examples in such in a manner that students should have good interacting, and also should motivate themselves for this part of the situations. So yes, dears, this is all for the day. Thank you so much, sir, for your
Thank
valuable time. We
thank you,
thank from
madam.
our bottom of our heart, from the group of institutions. Thank you once again for this valuable session.
Thanks a lot, madam. Thanks a
So
lot. It was a
this is all
wonderful
for the day,
interacting.
dears.
Yeah, it was wonderful interacting with you all also, because it's an opportunity, though I know it took so time to go in and so on and so forth, but I thought that will really well work it out for us. So let's look forward to meeting again and look forward to uh,
Yes,
go in. So that works. So have a
yes,
wonderful time. Thank you all. I think I'll taken off, and I think should I stop presenting so that we can yeah.
Like if it is after these situations, once the students are back to the colleges, we'll definitely have one session